Hello, welcome back. This is Miniature Mike, and going off of the last video I did with Emperor Palpatine, I got really interested and wanted to just kind of try my hand of making a Chancellor Palpatine squad. Just after some of the kind of things I thought about, kind of the cool combinations I had in mind. So, anyways, let's throw this together and see how this goes down. So I'm going to make this a lot bigger for you guys so you can see it. There we go. We do another 150 point squad. If you guys want me to do 200 or whatever, let me know. Whenever I play, I typically just by default do 150, but 200 is fine too. I'll have to make some of those sometime. It's gonna be the Emperor Palpatine, Chancellor Palpatine squad. I'm just gonna call it the Join Me squad, and you'll see why. So let's do 150 Republic, absolutely, and then there we go. So jumping into it, first things first, so we gotta add Palpatine. So let's do Chancellor Palpatine, get him in there. So thinking about, okay, what's the best way to take advantage of what we got going on with this guy? How can I really make him wild and crazy? I think that Qui-Gon Jinn, Jedi Master, would be a really nice pairing. So the reason why I say that is a couple reasons. So he can be a bodyguard for him because of the commander effect. And additionally, when he dies, he can do Light Force Spirit 4 on Chancellor Palpatine to do a couple things. It'll give Chancellor Palpatine Master the Force 3. It'll give him just a boost of 4 Force points. And so when you have something like that, it makes the whole betrayal and Force Alter thing kind of like out of control. So if the situation like allows itself, and if the person's close enough, especially against like a melee person, if somebody attacks you, you can literally make them re-roll the dice 4 times. Try to get them to roll a 1, which is kind of insane. It's actually like totally insane to be able to make that happen. So, really cool. So I thought that was pretty fun. Really kind of a fun little gimmick there. I thought having him as a bodyguard, he's got 110 hit points, and when he dies, it's a good thing, in a way. So I thought that'd be kind of fun to stick those guys together. So what else do I want in this squad of Palpatine? So I want to take advantage of his reinforcements and do some good stuff with those. So let's mix him with Admiral Yularen, because I'm going to need him. I should be a little more specific. Let's do Yularen, not Argaius, Yularen. There we go. So with him, he's got Recon, but then he gives followers without melee attack special ability. He gives them Opportunists. So a couple interesting things going on with that. So followers without melee attack special ability, it doesn't obviously apply to these two guys. However, I want to be able to, again, take advantage of Rapport, take advantage of Yularen, and then also really take advantage of Recon so that I can improve my chances, because the whole point of this squad is to get people to make it really annoying to attack Chancellor Palpatine, at least really scary to attack him. But then especially that, along with making sure Chancellor Palpatine can hit with his, 10% hit rate on reinforcements. So doing that, I'm going to do a bunch of these guys. ARF Troopers. Yeah. I'm going to spell it out. So I got them gone. They're a little bit cheaper now. They cost 10 instead. So I'm just going to just run the squad up with a bunch of these guys. I'll do 5 of them, because they get Opportunists, so they'll be a 12 attack, 30 damage, in cover, and they'll have squad cover, so they'll be able to have a lot of defense in cover. They got Recon, so everyone's going to be able to allow you to essentially re-roll. And then I need to get one more of these guys, and then I need to figure out what to do next. Okay, so we got these. I got 7 more points. What do I want to do? Well, let's get some grunts in here to do some good work for us. I'm not going to do the mouse droid because I don't have no need for it. I guess I could do it for like the high defense to run around and be annoying. Another thought I had was, well, what if I do a bunch of, let's see, where are they? Kamasi Nobles. They would benefit from Yularen's commander effect. So you could have a bunch of Kamasi Nobles that are kind of like the what are they, Imperial Emissaries or Imperial Dignitaries, I think. How they're essentially diplomats that can shoot. That could be cool. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll throw them in here. I think I'll be safe though and just do a bunch of demolitionists. A couple of these guys to be able to kind of take care of the doors, blow those open. I want to be able to see the enemy. so I can kind of keep things flowing in there. So I like this as the base squad. These guys are gonna be nice at shooting. However, the real key is to kind of be a trigger so that this guy can get generating some more stuff. Yularen will just kind of be there to help out, and then Qui-Gon Jinn Master protect Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. Maybe send him out to go die so Chancellor Palpatine can get everything he needs to be crazy. So then, what do we do next? So for the Fringe Reserves, there's just so many options. I was thinking maybe let's do 4 Kamasi Nobles, so that I have these guys that are all going to be benefiting from, benefiting from Yularen. That could be really fun. But then there's just so many options, honestly. You could do a Bith Black Sun Vigo, so you can give you probably need to do him and maybe some mouse droids, but you could do Bith Black Sun Vigo to help all of the troopers out, the ARF troopers, be able to gain evade. That'd be pretty cool. So let's see, what else? Some good options. You could just do more, here's a crazy one. Where is he? Lobot. You could throw in Lobot, Computer Liaison Officer. So the funny thing with him is you bring him in, he also has recon, he's got override, and again, you can just do a lot of re-rolling to make Fringe Reserves work. I assume that if you have 2 guys with the same power, Fringe Reserves 30 and Fringe Reserves 20, I would assume they would both work. I've never actually ran into that before. So if you know, please comment, that'd be awesome. But I'm pretty sure they both just trigger. You get the 30 reinforcements for one and then the 20 for the other one. So that was a thought, let's do him. So I think what I'll do, just for fun, assuming that triggers correctly, I'll throw him in, and then I'll throw in a Kamasi Noble to just kind of be that moving human cover. I can also have a shot from Yularen. And then the last thing to do is, what do I do about the reinforcements from Supreme Chancellor Palpatine? Again, there's so many interesting options that you could throw in here. I don't like any of these top options, though. Having a Bark Speeder or a Clone Speeder with Opportunist kind of sounds cool, but I don't know how I feel about that. Oh man, there's so many good options here, but I want to do a bunch of cheap things that are effective. So I think if I'm going to go down that route, I could go down and do maybe a couple of Sevs with having an Accurate Shot, Deadeye Stealth, and Opportunist. That could be kind of fun. Let's see, you could bring in some Jedi to act as bodyguards as well. That could work. I might just be lazy and stick a bunch of ARF troopers back in here again. So there's so many options for reinforcements. The whole point of reinforcements is to bring in what you need for the situation. However, I think it would be kind of fun to bring in a bunch of ARF troopers again. They'd be effective, they'd be annoying, they'd be sneaky, and again, if you lose numbers, you could be able to kind of buoy the numbers back up again if you need to be able to use your squad powers. So let's go back to the main squad. Oh yeah, I could do Lobot. I'm not even going to bother. So let's do public. I'll add a comment after this. But yeah, the whole point of this squad, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. Qui-Gon Jinn can act as a bodyguard, but when he dies, he's going to make Chancellor Palpatine do a lot of alters, and that could be really fun. That could be one of the best situations to make, let's see, where is it? My brain goes, just forget to make Betrayal trigger. Jeez, that's 4 opportunities to make Betrayal trigger, potentially. Pretty scary. Yularen, going to be nice there, just kind of buff all the reinforcements. The Ugnaught Demolitionists can take care of the doors. ARF Troopers, not a lot of damage doing, but to be able to have the Stealth, the Opportunists, a lot of the guys together, I think that's going to be just fine. And again, the whole point of this isn't necessarily count on the ARF Troopers to win it for you. It's just to kind of get the vision, get the recon, also be effective, but then especially just allow you to be able to bring in those reinforcements, whether they're Fringe, whether they are Republic, and with those reinforcements you can do some cool things. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, but definitely comment on what you think about this squad. I'd love to hear what kind of reinforcements you'd bring in, but like I said, it's kind of hard to tell. It really depends on the situation, the squad you're against. There's a lot of different options you could do. I just kind of play it safe. I thought it'd be fun to throw in Lobot, throw in some more ARF troopers potentially, but again, I'm more interested in the base squad, and this is kind of how I do it. So if you have any other ideas of how to really maximize Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, let me know. I thought this was a fun one. I really, really like the recon. I like the Jedi Master, Qui-Gon Jinn Jedi Master, especially him dying. That could be pretty sweet. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. But anyways, like always, thank you for watching, and until next time, have a good one.